although I was in IT field, I was more working with people than machines. So I was always balancing working with machines and people. That's how mentoring has been my passion.
Hello and welcome to this compelling episode of Dheya Masterpieces. Today, we are going to have a conversation with our career mentor, Mr. Hemant Bapat. Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm also good, sir. Thank you for asking. Let us commence today's episode by knowing about your career path and journey. So, can you please walk us through that?
Sure, sure. So I'm a production engineer from Mumbai University.
Okay.
I have total 30 plus years of experience, out of which initial 14 years has been into manufacturing, engineering projects and construction industry.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got an opportunity to work in IT field, which was very different from my earlier experience. And
Right.
the opportunity and offer I got it was from IBM, right, a global giant. I thought of moving from one field to another field, which was a big decision for me at that point of time. Because I was hardcore manufacturing and production engineer guy moving into IT without much of a background. But I wanted to move with the technology. So I said, yes, I will do it. Unfortunately, I did not have Dheya mentors those days to guide me. So I had to take my own decisions. I did my calculations and I said, let me move. It was a big career decision because I was settled in my old job, earlier job. I had good position. And then moving into a different role in uncertainty was a challenge. But I took that challenge because I wanted to go with the flow. And then I never looked back. It has been very fulfilling journey of 16 years in IBM. As part of the whole career, I got a chance to be in US for 2 years and then be in Europe for 3.5 years. And it was very fulfilling experience because I could travel 15 plus countries and I had an opportunity to work with 40 plus country people, which was definitely a different perspective. And I'm sure
Right.
that is helping me a lot as I go along. So
Right.
that's a brief about my career. I'm certified project manager, and I'm also certified in emotional intelligence assessment. So that's quick
Okay.
about me, Shez.
You have worked in fields like IT, project management, as you rightly said. So, what exactly inspired you to become a career mentor and join here?
Very perfect question, Shreyas. I mean, mentoring has been very close to my heart for two reasons. One is, although I was in IT field, I was more working with people than machines. So I was always balancing working with machines and people, right? People believe that IT means coding. It's not the case. So I've spent good amount of time with people. And as a part of profession, mentoring has been part of a professional structure. So I was a formal mentor. Plus,
Okay.
I was informal mentor in terms of guiding people in career growth, career challenges, their personal issues, as well as choosing career. Somebody wants to go for higher studies. And I had a very good opportunity that I was the coach and trainer for all the graduate hires who joined the company. So I used to conduct their training batches. And then I had a good number of graduate hires joining my team. So that train them and bring them into mainstream. So that gave me a good opportunity in dealing with younger generation, and that's where my mentoring flavor increased. So I said, if if I have to do something, this is the generation I have to focus on. Simply because one is fresh talent, the new
Right.
generation is really wide or broad minded, lot of access to information, and the biggest thing is if you look at India's demographic change that is moving through
Correct.
in next 20 years, India is going to be the youngest in the whole globe. So if you have to really focus, this is the area. That's how mentoring has been my passion. That's where I came across Dheya. So I said, wow, this is what I wanted, and that's how I started.
How do you think Dheya is changing overall perspective about mentoring?
Yeah. So multiple things, Stress. One is when I attended Dheya's mentoring certification, the formal process to orient ourselves how Dheya does it, right? The Dheya methodology. I was
Right.
impressed uh, for multiple things. One is it takes into account all the strengths of an individual. So it looks into 360-degree strength profile. It also looks at the traits based on the past behaviors. A very good psychometric test, I would say. psychometric assessment. Then it looks at all the possible options a person can do. Okay,
Right.
and it doesn't stop there. It doesn't just go and tell people, okay, you do this, you do that. No, there's a good dialogue. There's a good dialogue with parents. There's a good dialogue with the candidate, and there is an iterative process by which the mentoring is done and the person is given choices to choose from. The person is also given a good amount of information to do the self study. So when somebody goes and chooses a career, it's more of an enablement, empowerment than counseling or telling him or her go and do this. I think that's the biggest thing, because we are changing the foundation of an individual's thinking pattern and not just telling them go and do that. So when a person does 15 years down the line something, he or she, maybe they are doing what they like and not because somebody has told them. I think that's the biggest thing. The tools, the method, and the whole process is what I like from Dheya. The another thing, Shreyas, I want to call it out very clear, and that's a difference I've seen is their methodology talks about belief, trust,
Right.
and they don't. The advice doesn't stop there, right? They keep holding hands till the person needs it, right? When I say holding hands, not spoon feeding, holding hand in terms of mentoring or guiding.
What sort of advice or suggestion would you like to give to parents, students, or overall public about how to choose a career path?
Okay, so that's very interesting, and I think very need of our is the young generation, if I may call it as,
Correct.
they have access to the latest and greatest information through internet.
Yes.
Than my generation or my when I was young, I had very limited access. I used to talk to people and whatever they tell me is the truth. Today they have a vast access because of the technology. But the caution is not everything available on the internet or Google has to be true. So
Right.
apply your own, question it, apply your own brain, and then decide what is right and wrong for you. The important thing is understand your strengths, listen to your own voice, and do what you enjoy. Right?
Right.
Don't choose a career just because somebody wants you to do it. Right? You can deliberate and then you can discuss it, and that's where they can help. Right? So do what is right, do what you enjoy. That's more important thing. I have learned in a hard way that if I work on somebody else's agenda, I don't become happy. The
Correct.
other person may be happy because I'm working on his or her agenda, but I don't feel happy. So always work on your own agenda. Don't work on somebody else's agenda.
Correct.
And for parents, I would say, especially for younger generation, is have faith and belief in what your kid is thinking. They are much
Right.
smarter, right?
Correct.
So let them express. You can guide, you can mentor. Don't dictate.
Okay.
And for everybody, whether it is a mid career, early career, or younger generation, uh, biggest problem I see today is a comparison,
Right.
and that's where the main problem starts from school. So I would
Correct.
say compare from a good perspective, but choose what is good for you, right? Just
Right.
because somebody is taking engineering, that does not mean that you should do engineering, right? You might be doing very well in dance, arts, or political science, right? So it doesn't really matter what you do. Believe in what you like, appreciate your strength, and then choose the career wisely. And the most important is everybody runs after money,
Right.
right? But money is not the means. It's not a destination. It's just a way forward to fulfill your dreams. But money is not a destination. So every individual should have two compartments. Decides what you need to do with money, and they decide what you need to do beyond for society, give back, or self is
Right.
something what I would say. So choose your career wisely. And of course, Dheya is there. We are there to help you with whatever you need.
I sincerely thank you for taking out your valuable time for us and sharing your experience over here today. And I thank you all for watching this episode. I'm sure we must have found it insightful, inspirational, and enlightening. Stay tuned and stay safe. Until next time.